Hello, everyone. Firstly, a big thank you for attending the Bellerbys London webinar. I'd like to introduce our Bellerbys London principal, Alison Baines, and also our Director of Academic Studies, Mr. Chris Havel, who will be leading on this webinar on all things Bellerbys London business related. My name is Bayo. I'm the Senior Recruitment Manager for Bellerbys College, so I'm now going to pass over to Alison. And if you do have any questions, any queries, if you could just type those in, and we'll have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. Okay, so over to you, Alison.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello, welcome to Bellerbys London. As Bayo said, my name's Ali. I'm the principal here, and we are sitting in a rainy and cold London, and we're just going to talk you through and show you some images that will hopefully encourage you to come and study with us. So you can see on the first photo that we have got the college on site. We are a on-campus college, so the residence is also alongside the college itself in the teaching blocks. We're starting with this photo. This is from our prize giving day. Every year at the end of the course, we celebrate the success of our students. It's not just their academic success that we want to celebrate, it's the success that they've had through the year in gaining confidence, gaining their independence, and for us, when you're involved in all the enrichment activities, it's gaining those business skills that are going to be useful for you in later life. So this is a whole afternoon that we present awards to a successful student and celebrate with them. From there, many of our students will go off onto the top universities. Now, Chris is going to explain this process later and where the students end up with. But these were our top 25 students, and you can see that they're all going to Russell Group universities with excellent reputations: Durham, Manchester, Queen Mary, Edinburgh. I won't go on, I'll leave that for Chris. So my part of the talk is really about how we get there. Okay, what's it like from joining us on your first day to ending up in prize day. So you'll be arriving, the campus is actually based in Greenwich. Greenwich is about 10 minutes away from the college if you're walking away. It's a small town. Lots of shops, cafes. It's a tourist site with the Cutty Sark, and those of you that are into history, lots of museums around there. It's 20 minutes from central London on the train. You can be into London Bridge and get out to all the other tourist sites, go and do your shopping, visit the museums, whatever you enjoy doing. Lots and lots of activities going on. And you're 20 minutes away from Canary Wharf, and obviously that's one of the world's leading business and finance districts. And we run trips over there so students can get a feel and soak up the atmosphere, attend some of the workshops that the Barclays Bank runs, Citibank runs, as well as speakers coming in to us. If you're under 18, you'll be staying in a flat like this. You share it with 6 other students. You have your own bedroom, which as you can see has got an ensuite, shower rooms and your own private study areas. And then the 6 of you can meet in the communal area here. So there is a sofa which is out of the shots of the picture. We can watch TV, playing games with other students, or obviously studying together. And there's a mini kitchen there that you can have drinks and snacks for yourself. If you're over 18, you've got your own room, and that room has the cooking facilities in it, so you can cater for yourself. For those of you under 18, we have got our cafeteria. Obviously, for us over in the UK, it's coming up to Christmas time. We've got the big Christmas tree, and we celebrate that with a Christmas lunch, which all the students come to. You see them with their Christmas crackers and silly hats on, playing loud music, and that's how it is for a lot of the day. Students use that as an extra common room. There's lots of competitions going on. They clear away some of the tables, so you can do table tennis, playstations in the evenings, and other sorts of competitions. DJing, if you like that kind of thing. When you start your course, we will have a couple of days of induction, and part of this is for you to get local knowledge, to understand where you are in London, how to get about, to know about your course, how you're going to be examined. You'll also want to get to know other students, because you're going to be here away from family, away from your friends, so it's really important to us that you get to know others really quickly. We also want you to get used to doing group work in classes so that you're confident speaking with your teacher and working in groups. And we want you to gain business skills while you're here too. So one of the things that you will do in induction is team building. So you can see this group have been making paper aeroplanes. It was a bit more complicated than that, I'm told. Others were building bridges and then putting weights on them. But it's all part of that experience to try and get people to fit in and to settle quickly. Jess is our nurse. She'll also be around, and you'll be meeting her in the induction period. She helps all the students to register with a GP, and you can go to her if you're feeling ill, if you're feeling a little bit stressed from exams or even homesick. And both Jess and our welfare team sort of help you through those times. On your academic programs, you've also got the program managers. So we've got David, Erin and Nadir here. They will meet you as part of the induction process, talk you through all the academic requirements, and then they're there to support you throughout the year, really. So they, along with your tutor, will help you with university applications. They'll be answering any academic problems that you may be having and try and sort those out for you. As with all the other colleges, we've got a student services support team, and they offer a whole range of advice and support, from helping you with your visa, from telling you how to get from the college into central London. They help with your bank cards, travel cards, whatever you need, they're there to help you. They're usually a lot more smiley than that. Once all the induction's over and you're settled and you know what's going on in the college, the classes will start. Now we have a range of different types of teaching and learning styles. Sometimes it will be lecture style, like this, speak to and taking notes. Sometimes you will actually be doing group work, you'll be sent to do research in the library, you might have to do presentations. Okay, all of it is really relevant to you because it's what you're going to have to do when you get to university. There's a college library, and that is open in the evenings as well as the weekend, and obviously throughout the day. And that's for you to go and do independent study. You're expected, or we will be expecting you to be studying about 3 hours a week on each of your subjects independently to consolidate your notes. And there are lots of resources there to help, and you can work with other students to actually remind and reinforce you. As well as the library and your normal classes, we also have study skills sessions. These are optional classes which are put on by teachers to actually help with your study skills, particularly if you're doing the undergraduate program with us, and you need to be able to learn how to research, reference your work, ready for your universities. So those are available for you to join as well. Your views are very important to us as students. Each class will meet with myself and Chris, the academic director, at least once a term, and we get your opinions on how your teaching is going, what you think of the resources, do you get too much homework, not enough homework, and we feed that back into the teachers to try and improve. You can also apply to be a member of our student board of directors. So they work on organising activities for other students. They organise fundraising activities. So this term, students put together a concert with about 15 other students coming and singing a song each, some in their own language, some in English, and that was a good afternoon. Everybody enjoyed that. And here we've got example of the student board actually got to meet my bosses, the Bellerbys board, and their counterparts, which was quite a fun day, and it was a good experience for them to see what it's like in the real world of business with real directors. So there's lots and lots of things going on in the college, and obviously after Chris has finished his part of the presentation, you can ask any more general questions about what it's like to be a student here in London. So I'm going to pass over to Chris now, who's going to talk you through the more academic side and the enrichment side of what we do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Are we switched on to the...
Yeah, I'm just changing over to yourself, Chris, so you should now be the main presenter. So if you'd like to go ahead and share your screen, you should have control and the screen options. Ah, yes, perfect.
Excellent. Okay, well, hello everybody. I'm Chris Hovell. I'm the Academic Director at Bellerbys London, and I'm going to talk a little bit more then about the academic side of the college, and also following on from what Ali has said about the enrichment programme that we did. Can I just say, first of all, thank you for joining us, and just to give my personal view that as somebody who comes from a small town in the UK, I'm a big fan not only of Bellerbys London but also London itself, and I think it's students really like to come not just to our college but to be here at the capital of the UK. It's a great city, and I'm very proud of it. We'll start a little bit by talking about some of the invited speakers that we get. The enrichment program that we do for students is something reasonably new, and something we've developed over the last couple of years. And it's really just recognising that students going to university wanted to get more information from universities and from companies about what life is going to be like when they get to university, and of course when they start a career. A very successful part of what we've done on the business side at Bellerbys. We have always had speakers of the highest quality from top universities. You can see from the slide we've had guest speakers from LSE frequently, from Warwick, from Bath, from UCL, many others too. Cass Business School, Queen Mary, and we asked them to talk about a variety of things. Some of what they do is helping students to make applications for universities, write personal statements, find out what kind of skills are needed to do well at universities, and we also get them to give subject lectures as well. Sometimes the universities come to us as guests, and sometimes we take students directly to universities. Last week, for example, we had a very successful trip for our students to King's University, and a very interesting political economic lecture that went down well. As well as the universities, we make links with companies. Here are some examples of corporate speakers that we've had over the last year. As you can see, finance and business is very important, and we will get people to talk about things like how to make a career in financial management, how to make a career in accounting, again what kind of skills you need to do well at a corporation. And it's something that students enjoy, they find interesting, and can also refer to when they're making applications to universities. I think universities expect to see that students are interested in things outside of their basic academic course. As well as these kind of guest talks, there is a specific Bellerbys University Fair where all of the partner universities for Foundation and UG1 are invited to Victoria in London, and it gives students the opportunity to find out a little bit more about different types of degree courses, to speak to representatives from these universities, and to help to make a choice about which university they would go to. We always emphasize to students that it's really important to do more than just look at the rankings list. You want to visit a university, talk to them, dig a bit deeper and find out whether a particular university is for you. The picture we've got here are our student helpers. on the day they were mixing and helping the universities set up their stalls, and it was a nice opportunity for them to do a little bit of work which they got paid for, and also to find out themselves about different universities and to help make their choice. So it's a great day, and we do this twice a year for students. Part of enrichment really is about, as I say, developing non-academic skills. So things like working together in a team, having understanding and empathy for others, learning how to be a leader, learning how to be a manager. These are the kind of skills that the enrichment activities are designed to help. I think one of our most successful ones has been the Leadership at Sea trip that we do. I won't go into too many details, but basically this is a week-long tall ships trip where our students go on a voyage with young people that have got physical disabilities. And the idea of the trip is to learn how to help work with people from different backgrounds and from different situations, and how to learn to work together in a team. And it's been a huge success, and the transformation and the excitement of students that have come back from this trip has been something really, really special. So I would say it's been one of the flagship activities that we do on enrichment. Here we have a general picture of London, and if you look in the right-hand corner, the small picture, that was the Freshers' Fair that we put on for enrichment, where students can choose which activities they would like to do. We have a wide range of activities. Some of them are specifically business related. For example, we do a course, certified course with the Institute of Leadership and Management. We do certified courses with the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investment, which is great for those students that are interested in finance and share dealing. But we also have more general activities, debating, critical thinking, and a lot of social, more sort of light social activities as well. And here is a good example of one of the lighter social activities. I think these are some people enjoying themselves at a DJ evening that our head chef puts on, and he teaches the students how to DJ. I haven't been to it myself, so I don't quite know what it involves, but I do know it's a popular club, and they have a really good time. And here you can see some aspiring DJs, I think, as well. I think one of the reasons people want to come to Britain is because they're interested in what Britain means, what British values are, and we certainly think it's important to encourage students to identify what those values are. And that can mean having talks, discussions, clubs, where we look at what being British means, not only to British people but to international students who come to us. I wouldn't like you to think that it was not in any way critical. We think it's very important to hear what people from other countries think about us, and which of our values they consider important and which they might criticise. But it's an opportunity to find out what being British means, and for people to make up their own mind about which of those values they think are important. And we do hope that in some way they will take some of those values back to their own countries. At the same time, I think these are also opportunities for us to hear what the values of people from other countries are as well, and that's very much what we're about, is teachers, staff and other students finding out what values from different countries people have, and sharing those values. I think that's one of the great benefits of going to an international college, is that opportunity to mix with people from many different countries. And of course that's reflected in the workplace, in global corporations. My wife works for a global advertising company. She's Hungarian, but nearly everybody in that company is from a different country or different countries from around the world. It's very multinational, and I think that's great, and that's very much the spirit that we are directing students towards and hoping to help them. So I think then if we kind of summarize what coming to Bellerbys means, this is an interesting slide. You know, what is the Bellerbys difference? And I think it's about not only focusing on academic results, which I'll come to in a minute, and these are excellent, but also looking at the character and the personality of the person, looking at the skills that they've got, looking beyond A-levels or foundation results, looking a bit further to university, and then finally to careers. And now is the time when you come to Bellerbys to start getting you ready for that. So it's very much part of our policy to prepare students for the future, for becoming students and then working adults. And we try to build that into everything we do, in the teaching that we do, in the welfare, in the enrichment that we put on. It's about getting you ready to be, as it says in the slide, a global citizen of the future. And we've been very successful with that over the last 10 years, really getting students ready. And I've seen so many students who've left here, gone on to fantastic universities, working at some great companies, and who've come back and told ourselves and the new batch of students all about it. And that's something we would like you to be part of. Finally then, just a quick look through the results. Ali mentioned some of the universities that we went to, but this is a snapshot of some particular students from this year. As you can see, some outstanding foundation results there, 80s, 90%, and students going on to really top universities. And I think what Bellerbys does really well is to give you that choice. You're not tied to one particular university, but you've got the choice to try to go to one of many top universities, whether that's Durham, Manchester, Queen Mary, Cass, Bath, Bristol, Lancaster. You've got the choice and the possibility to get to one of those universities. And we feel that that's better than making your choice before you actually come to the country. Similarly with A-level, some great progressions we had this year. Edinburgh and Scottish universities are popular at the moment. UCL is always extremely popular for London students. LSE, of course. But again, also universities like Queen Mary, Lancaster and Kent. It's important to think about not just the university itself, but the particular courses that they do. So many universities who might not be in the top 10 of rankings, generally, if you dig down, are actually ranked in the top 10 for particular courses that they do. Just to mention one, City University, the actuarial science course that they do, that some of our students go to, is I think the most highly ranked in the UK. So it is important, and we try to help students choose which degree, not only think about which university. We run an undergraduate year one program. This is the first year of a business degree, and again it's an opportunity for students to have the choice about where they're going to study in their year two of a business degree. So our job is to help students get into a good university year two. Again, you can see from these results we have students going onto finance and business degrees at Aston, Sussex, Reading, and many other universities too. And again, having that choice about which university you go to gives you the chance to find out how well you can do. So, if I summarise these things then, what will you get if you study at Bellerbys College London? Great results, we hope, but also confidence in your abilities as a person, confidence in your skills, not only to do well at university but to do well in your job afterwards, a greater sense of leadership or creativity or enterprise, depending where you see your skills. The opportunity, the choice to get to a place at one of the UK's top universities. And this is what our ethos at Bellerbys London is the idea that you come here, you aim high, you keep your options open, and that you have the chance to better yourself. So I mentioned my love of London. I think it's a great place to study. It is the heart of business, of commerce, of law, of finance, of marketing, of advertising. So to summarise it all, Bellerbys London, the best for business. Ali showed you at the beginning photos from students at the prize day. Just to finish then, here's a photo of some more. I think this is absolutely representative of the typical Bellerbys London student. They're happy, they're smiling, they're motivated, most of all, they're successful. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Chris, and thank you as well, Ali. That was absolutely fantastic. Okay, everyone on the call, we still obviously have some time left, so I'd like to now open up the floor for any questions or queries that you would like. If you'd just like to type in any question that you have in the question box, then what I can do is obviously read these out for both Ali and Chris. And just also to stress, these don't just have to be questions related to the presentation. They could be anything more general you'd like to know, perhaps about the city, the location, and so forth. So feel free to fire away. Okay, I've just seen one question come in. So a question from Anna saying, thank you for the presentation. What is the capacity of the residents? In case there is no residence places available, what are the alternative types of accommodation provided for international students?
Okay, I'll take that one. That depends on if you are an under 18 or an over 18 student. We have about 90 rooms for under 18 students, and usually you've got a very good chance of getting one of those rooms. It's a little bit more for the over 18s, about 150 of those rooms, and again, you should be okay to get those rooms. If you're over 18 and you prefer being in an environment with a family, we can set up and organise homestay for students. There is, because it's London, there is an amount of travelling required if you take that option, however, but we can sort that out for you. And then over 18s have also got the option of having private accommodation if they prefer, and sorting that out themselves. Some people stay with friends or with family, but you do have to be over 18 to do that.
Does that answer your question, Anna? Yes, okay, thank you. Any further questions from anyone else on the line?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got another question coming in. Are the enrichment activities on or off-campus trips provided for a surcharge? So obviously, are they included in the price, or is there any extra fees?
I think it depends on the activity. Things like the Leadership at Sea trip, which is paid for separately. The actual classes, for example, for the Institute of Leadership and Management or the CISI are included, but if a student decides to go on and take the exam to get the certificate, they would pay the exam fee. So in general terms, students are not paying a surcharge except where there is a particular extra that is required.
Okay, yes, I think that's answered the question. Thank you. Any further questions? So of course, if there are any other questions that do come up later on, what I'm going to do is contact you all via email. So you will have my contact details as well. So anything that comes up later on, we'll be happy to ask. If it comes to you after this call, that's perfectly fine to contact us later on. Okay, so last chance. Any further questions from anyone else on the line? No? Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm taking that as evidence that the presentation covered all of the questions that would have been asked, so that's absolutely fantastic. So once again, thank you for everyone for attending the call, and again a big thank you to both Alison and Chris for conducting this webinar. And as I say, for anyone else that would like to ask any questions at a later date, I will be passing on my contact details, so you can do so in due course. So that's absolutely fine.
Great, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.